Today, the Filipino music scene is reeling from the sudden loss of a true original. Errol Budoy Marabiles, the magnetic voice of Junior Kilat and a beloved housemate from Pinoy Big Brother, has passed away at 54. Known for his signature dreadlocks, his powerful Bisaya anthems, and an energy that was impossible to ignore, his journey from Samar to Cebu to the national stage is a story of pure passion and authenticity. Let's take a look back at the life and legacy of the one and only Budoy. In a heartbreaking turn of events for Filipino music, Errol Budoy Marabiles, the iconic frontman of reggae band Junior Kilat and a truly unforgettable Pinoy Big Brother housemate, has died at the age of 54. His passing on December 4, 2025, due to cardiac arrest, has left the OPM community and his countless fans in shock. The news was first shared by his close friend and business partner, Dennis Pedersen, with whom he co-founded the Sigbin House music venue in Santander, Cebu. In a gut-wrenching post, Pedersen wrote, "Today at 3 p.m., my partner at Sigbin House and best friend for almost 20 years, Errol Budoy Marabiles, suddenly left us. I could write a ton about our good memories, but right now, I feel just so empty and lonely." That feeling of emptiness is being felt by everyone whose life was touched by Budoy's unique spirit. This is the story of his incredible life, from PBB housemate to the legendary voice of Junior Kilat, and the powerful legacy he built along the way. The roots of the original Sigbin. Errol Marabiles was born on October 22, 1971, in Balagan, Samar. But while he was a Wari by birth, his heart and his art would become forever tied to Cebu. He moved to the Queen City of the South to study fine arts at the University of the Philippines Cebu, a decision that would change everything. It was in the creative halls of Cebu's College of Communication, Art, and Design that Budoy started to develop the inventive, boundary-pushing sensibilities that would define his career. The university, in a moving tribute, mentioned that even as a student, he had the curiosity and courage that they hoped to inspire in every young artist. This was where his love for reggae and dub music first sparked. He once talked about how professors would pass around cassettes of icons like Bob Marley and UB40, opening up a whole new world of sound when that music was still hard to find. Cebu, a vibrant hub for musical innovation, was the perfect place for Budoy's spirit to thrive. He wasn't just studying. He was soaking in the city's rhythm and language, which he would later use to put Visayan music on the national map. Friends and bandmates remember him as a deeply humble person, someone who, for all his talent, never had an ego. That humility and connection to his roots stayed with him his entire life, even after he became famous nationwide. The unforgettable housemate, Budoy on Pinoy Big Brother. Before the whole country knew his name, Budoy was already a familiar face in Cebu's local media, co-producing and hosting the cable show Ismal Time. But in 2006, the rest of the Philippines was introduced to his one-of-a-kind personality when he walked into the Pinoy Big Brother house for its first-ever celebrity edition. With his trademark dreadlocks and unapologetic Visayan pride, it was obvious he wasn't your typical celebrity housemate. Billed as the M16 of Samar, a nod to his band's hit song, Budoy brought a raw, real energy to the show that won over millions of viewers. Inside the PBB house, he was a source of laughter, wisdom, and, of course, music. He was vocal about his mission to champion regional music and represent the Visayas. His time there was full of memorable moments, but nothing topped his impromptu songwriting. He famously created Budoy Ako, a brilliant Visayan twist on the show's theme song, Pinoy Ako, which became an instant fan favorite. He also co-wrote the ridiculously catchy Malago Na Jam, a rap he made with fellow housemates Rico Robles and Roxanne Barcelo, inspired by his constant nagging for them to Malago Na. Take a bath already. These weren't just fun songs. They were a proud declaration of his identity, putting Cebuano language and culture on primetime TV. His bandmate, Tiano Evangelista, later shared that Budoy's reason for joining PBB was never about personal fame. Nair went inside that house to make Junior Kilat known nationally. It wasn't about himself. Budoy lasted 49 days in the house, finishing just outside the Big Four, an amazing achievement for an artist who never compromised who he was. He may not have won the title, but he achieved his goal, He introduced the entire country not just to Budoy the personality, but to the powerful music of Junior Kilat. The voice of a movement, Junior Kilat and the rise of Bice Rock. Long before PBB, Budoy was the heart of Junior Kilat. Formed in the early 2000s, the band was named in honor of Leon Kilat, a revolutionary hero from Cebu. The name itself was a statement. Their music was a rebellion, a fight for cultural recognition. Junior Kilat was a pioneering force in the Bisaya rock movement, blending reggae, ska, and dub with lyrics written almost entirely in Cebuano. Their sound was a unique mix, influenced by dub legends like Lee Scratch, Perry, and the humor of local artists like Max Serbin and Yo-Yo Willem. The band's big break came in 2005 with their song, AKO SIM16. The track, a powerful, rhythm-heavy anthem, became a massive hit. It was so impactful that it won Song of the Year at the prestigious NU Rock Awards, beating out countless Manila-based bands in a competition long dominated by Tagalog and English songs. This was a total game-changer. It was proof that music in a regional language could not only compete, but win on a national level. Junior Kilat's music was never just about a good rhythm. It was packed with social commentary and local folklore. Songs like Original Sigbin, which earned Budoy his famous nickname, were inspired by Visayan mythology. By embracing the name of the mythical, shape-shifting creature, Budoy cast himself as a unique, almost magical figure in music. Then there were tracks like Kawatan, Thief, a sharp critique of corrupt politicians. That song, in particular, became an anthem at anti-corruption rallies for years, including at one of his final public performances. With Junior Kilat, Budoy did more than just make hits like Biwad Suka Silly and Gugma Baiga. He elevated the Cebuano language, championed Visayan identity, and showed that art could be a serious force for social change. The artist, activist, and mentor, Budoy's creativity couldn't be limited to just music. As a fine arts graduate from Cebu, the visual arts were a core part of who he was. He was a painter and drawer, known for a psychedelic style that blended folklore and spiritual imagery in vibrant, shifting shapes. His 2019 exhibition, Tantric Sigbin, was a perfect example of his artistic mind, which Cebu praised as one that refused confines and embraced constant evolution. He also created unique furniture and installations, turning his wild imagination into physical objects. This fearlessness was mirrored in his activism. Budoy was a regular presence on the streets, using his music to rally people for different causes. He was an unmistakable figure at protests, whether he was energizing a crowd with Original Sigbin at an anti-corruption rally or belting out Kawatan at a day of indignation protest at his alma mater. He believed that art had a responsibility to serve the people and challenge power. Just weeks before he passed, he was on stage at a concert against corruption, staying true to his principles right to the very end. But maybe his greatest act of service was his dedication to mentoring. In his later years, Budoy spent much of his time teaching drawing, painting, and photography to underprivileged kids through his Sigbin Art Hub. He believed in passing the torch, ensuring Cebu's creative fire would keep burning for generations. His final project, co-founding Sigbin House in Santander, was the culmination of this passion. It wasn't just a bar. It was planned as a sanctuary for musicians, complete with a recording studio where artists could create, collaborate, and perform. It was his final gift to the community he loved so much. If Budoy's story has moved you and you want to keep celebrating the legacies of Filipino icons, please consider subscribing to our channel for more stories that need to be told. The death of Errol Budoy Marabiles is a massive loss. His bandmate Tiano Evangelista said it perfectly. It's not Junior Kilat without Budoy, but he leaves behind a legacy that will echo for generations. Tributes have poured in from all over the country, with fellow musicians like Kurt Fick and the rap group Moro Beats sharing their grief, while his alma mater, Cebu, hailed him as a trailblazer. Budoy was so much more than a musician. He was a cultural force who dragged Visayan identity into the national spotlight and used his art to inspire and provoke. He was the original Sigbin, a nickname that perfectly captured his unique, almost mythical, status. He was the PBB housemate who showed the country what real authenticity looked like. He was the artist who painted with psychedelic colors and the activist who sang with righteous anger. And above all, he was a mentor who believed in art's power to lift up the next generation. From his early days in Samar to the halls of Cebu, from the NU Rock Award stage to the living rooms of millions through Pinoy Big Brother, and finally, to the creative spaces he built for others, Budoy's life was a lesson in living fearlessly and authentically.